Hi, welcome back to Mama on Paper. I wanted to shoot a video on my mid-year techo kaigi, basically an update on how my notebooks are going, what notebooks I'm actually in on a semi-regular basis, and kind of just wanted to do a little debrief with you. Hopefully it's little, hopefully it's not too extensive, but I do have a few notebooks here that I am in occasionally or on a daily basis or somewhat regular basis that I kind of wanted to go over with you. And I'll start with my every single day item, and then, which is this, and I'll work my way that way. So, got a good stack there, but this is my Me Plus slim pad in the pocket size. It's gorgeous. My first name is Corinne, so that's why it has a C right here. I got the gold spine to match the letter C here, and I did get the leather pen loop, the extra large, and this is a Uni Jetstream 4-in-1 multicolor pen where it has the black, blue, green, red, and a pencil with an eraser here on the end. I do like to use this for planning and everything. This pocket size is pretty much my everything, so I have literally my life in here. This has patinaed so well. I'm going to do kind of a more in-depth review about it, but still smells amazing. And I've had this about 3 months now. As you can see, there's a lot of wear and tear on this. I carry this literally everywhere. First thing here, this is from Plotter. With Plotter, this does come double-sided, but I don't know if you can tell, but I did cut off the other side because it does make it a little too bulky. I didn't need both pockets like this with a zipper, so I cut the other one off. But in here, in this pocket, I do have, since I carry this around my house, there are things that I need in here. Well, first off, this is my library card, which I will not show, but that's my library card because I do take this to the library with me and the kids. But I do have this phone stand. It's card size, it's very slim. It extends, it holds your phone. It's a phone stand. I mean, pretty self-explanatory there. So that is that. I do have a hair tie, an extra hair tie. Right now my hair is short. My hair is usually long. So that's that. And then this is a mini blade to open boxes that I carry in here because there's always some box or package I need to open. And like I said, I carry this around my house. So always need that. Yeah, so this is a divider from Me Plus, and I basically in the front here just have scratch notes. This is a movie I watched with my mom recently. I still need to put in my memory keeping book, which we'll go over in a little bit. These are some things that I wanted done to my car, how much they priced me at, scratch notes, some notes jotted down here, like a rapid log for August 4th, 5th, 6th, and started kind of on the 7th. Honestly, this is Sunday now, this is on Friday, and I didn't do anything after this, so I'm pretty behind on that. And then just some extra paper here to keep paper there. Another divider. I do have the yearly calendar here from Me Plus. This does come in an extended version with a flap and multiple months after, but I didn't like the thickness of that, so I chopped it off. And this is 26 and this is 27, which is cool because I don't have to buy another one for 2027. I'll just keep this one. This actually got from Daiso. These are a little bit bigger. They're probably up to here and all the way around. I got these from Daiso. These are actually on sticker paper, so you can paste it into a journal, but I don't do that. Just keep track, or do my best to keep track of when I have personal care or self-care, and when I take care of my kids, like when I give them baths. This is not really up to date, honestly. This is the 10th, and last thing I wrote was the 8th. Yeah, I'm not really good with tracking things. A weight training sheet here I got from Peanuts Planner Co. Pre-printed sheet, so I was doing my best to work out consistently. Obviously there's a jump here from July 8th through the 19th to the 19th, and then I haven't worked out since, honestly. Just got some weekly planning here. That's really things I want to go over, but you know, that's how that looks. I do need to do another one for this coming week. Adulting log, which again is kind of like a tracker. I am not up to date with this at all. The things I need to do as an adult, like what I need to clean and when, what filters I need to change and when. As you can see, I started this in March. Didn't have it January or February. These are important dates coming up. I started this in July, which is on the other side of this, but there's personal stuff on there that I'm not going to share. This is an online order tracker. Some things that I've purchased, which this is also not up to date, so it's kind of funny. I use this on a daily basis and it's not up to date. It's kind of odd, but this is most regular versus everything else over here in this pile, so that should tell you something. ADHD, dopamine. I was recently diagnosed in the last few months. I do take medication now, and these things are helpful, you know, so just a list of things that can help you with your dopamine, which is like sunshine, switching things up, nature, music, hugs, positive conversation, curiosity, animals, knitting or crocheting, movement, cooking, sensory things, having a captain's log, which is actually what I do or try to do, and anything with high antioxidants like meat, eggs, dairy, and soy products. There's also some things to do if you're really in a bad state, is put your hair up, change your clothes into something different, chug water, move your body, tidy your space, add a new smell like a candle, write in a book with like a special interest, kind of like a commonplace. Sorry if that was too fast, but some upcoming Coffee Monsters Co. dates. These are per Helen from last year. I did keep a note of that because I do like the Coffee Monsters Co. This is just a list of wants, some restaurants to try, places to go, thrift stores, recommended by Life with Hope. She's also located out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I do have a plotter folder, and this plotter folder is extremely personal things for my family, which obviously I will not go into, but like health insurance information, car information, stuff like that. Master to-do list, and then this is the page lifter that has the pen loop attached. I do keep sticky paper here because I have 2 toddlers and they love stickers. I have a girl and a boy, so they love those. And I still have this back here, even though I don't really use this. I took this from a traveler's notebook, passport size, and I cut it and punched holes in it. And I still have it back here because it gives it some kind of sturdiness to this floppy leather. I mean, it's not too floppy, but it's pretty stiff. But I do like having this here for more, not security, but more like firmness to the notebook that I carry every day. But yeah, so that is that. And then secondary to that, I do carry around the house this passport size Moterm traveler's notebook. And I put a charm here on the side. It's a little crown that I got from the California Pen Show in February. Super cute. But yes, this is so soft and I just love holding it, but this doesn't leave my house. Like this, I just carry this around my house. I have an at-home bag. I carry this in my bag. So, I love the string on the spine. I don't love the string in the back. Pet peeve, I don't know. I've tried it and I don't like it. This is a rose gold, I think in a cream or a peach. No, this is cream, I think, with rose gold and Uniball 1P. I don't like the ink in this. And I did see another YouTube video talking about the Muji gel refills go perfectly in here, so I'm going to, when this runs out, replace it with that, because I do love the size of the pen. I actually don't use these pockets, although I have found with my traveler's notebooks that I do need pockets, and I thrive with having pockets, and I don't like not having pockets. I don't know what that says about me, but it's just something I've learned in the last 2 years, trying to experiment with different notebooks and different setups and everything. I got this from AliExpress. This is a pocket with a card sleeve and pen loop. So this is on one string here, but there's nothing in this pocket. This is just a bowl clip from Daiso. These pocket notebooks I got from Amazon, and Coffee Monsters Co stickers. This is just a blank notebook I use as a sketchbook, and I just draw my kids basically and my daily life. But I mean, if you ever wanted to see it, definitely let me know. In here I just keep some washi on this gift card, and it just stays in there. I hardly ever use it. This is a Penco, I think it's a B7 size notebook, and I just bought this on a whim, not knowing this would fit the passport size perfectly, but it does. But it is a super chunky boy, and it's gonna take me forever to fill it because I only write in here when I'm feeling overwhelmed as a mom. And I'm not gonna show you, but that's it. That's literally how many times I was overwhelmed, is like 4 pages. But I still have all this paper to use, so it's gonna take forever to fill up. This is a passport sized sticker release book from the Traveler's Company, and I just have some stickers to give to my kids around the house when they're, you know, having a hard time. I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old now, so they just like stickers, so I just give them a sticker, you know, makes them happy. So I just throw some stickers in here and give it to them when they want it. My daughter loves Peppa right now, so these are some extra little Peppa stickers over here and this flat back here. So like I said, it's just a just in case thing. I don't give them stickers every day, but if they're having a high stress day, I definitely will pass out some stickers. So I'll move that over there. This is a, what is this? NOLTY. What is the number on this? The NOLTY. I actually don't know. I will have to link it below. But this is a NOLTY April start, 2026, 2027, and I got the keeping track of the expenses idea from Tori on Paper quite a while ago. If you've seen one of my previous videos, I do use the Uni Jetstream 4-in-1 with the metal body. This was my first Uni Jetstream multi-pen that I ever purchased, and I have like these pens have a grip on me. I love these pens so much. I'm considering buying another one with the metal body in like the rose gold color. I'm trying not to buy any more stationery, but it's really difficult. Everything's so pretty. These are some sticker dots I got from a journaling friend through our just de-stash situation that we do. And this is a sticker release paper that I had in my pocket size that I just stuck in here. This comes with this cover that has the pen loop and everything, and it has these bookmarks, tassel things, which I really do like. And because I use this for my monthly expenses and bills, I'm not going to go into detail with that. I have kind of done that in a previous video, but I'm not going to do that here. So I will just show you how the layout looks. So this is September. We're in August. So this is the monthly calendar, and then it does go weekly, kind of like a Hobonichi weeks, where it has the week on one side, note page on the other, and then you go all the way to the end of the month, and then there are some lined pages that I usually keep track of eating out, groceries, bills, and such things like that, gas, and then it goes into the next month. What I really do appreciate about this is that, one, it comes with a cover with the pen loop, it comes with these bookmarks, and what is this? Oh, that's a receipt. And it comes with the pre-made tabs. You don't have to tab it. It already shows you what month it is. So like right now it's August. So if I go to August, it'll show you everything. September, which I think is extremely convenient. And this goes up until March of 2027. And then in the back, they do have some notes pages back here as well. So there's a few. There's very like 6 or so. But yeah, so that's what I use this for. This is the pocket-sized NOLTY. Again, I will put the number NOLTY in the description. And I did try this out for my health, fitness, and like a mental health kind of vlog. This is a Hobonichi Weeks April start, which I'm going to try and resell after I tear the pages out that I used, because this is the like 3rd or 4th time I've tried this layout, and it does not seem to be working for me. And I kind of want to try a different system for this, but that's just what happens with trial and error. It's not like I'm intentionally planner hopping and trying to overconsume, but I'm just trying to figure out what works for me in the season of life that I'm in. I recently started going to therapy. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and there's a lot of things that I want to write about or keep track of, but I'm not really good with trackers, which I did try in this book. And I'm sorry for the glare, it has a plastic cover on. I did put Velcro dots on here. Per Seaweed Kisses, one of her videos, she showed the hack on how to do that. I just got these from the Dollar Tree, and yeah, it's perfect. And then I just use that as a pen loop, because this pen loop is pretty annoying, actually. I do have some stickers here I was trying to keep track of when I did a workout, which I don't work out often enough to use all of these stickers. And in the front here, I do have a Hobonichi stencil and some more Coffee Monsters Co. stickers. Drink water. Yeah, y'all, drink water. In these weekly pages, I was trying to keep track of like habits and, you know, what I was eating and or what workout I did, but that didn't really work out very well. I did kind of start an index. I took this from the Hobonichi pamphlet that I received. I cut it out and glued it in here. I thought that was cute, but I'm just gonna leave this in here for the next, hopefully the next buyer of this, if someone's willing to purchase it, because it's just not working for me. I have all of these pages back here that I'm not gonna use, and if no one buys it, I'm just gonna cut it up and use these pages in the back. I was in the back here just writing down my dreams. My whole life was never anyone that had dreams until I started going to therapy. I only had nightmares and really, really bad nightmares. And since I was a child, but that's from all the childhood trauma and everything. But not going to go into that here. But yeah, so this will be leaving and being replaced. This started out as a kind of somewhat commonplace and reading journal, which this has extremely personal stuff in here now, so I can't really go through it. It kind of turned into like a personal diary, but I did start kind of like a reading tracker back here. Can't hear you, I'm reading. Yeah, I got some notes back here from the books I was reading, but what I found is I was just kind of like regurgitating what I was reading, and so a lot of these pages are just me rewriting the book, which I don't really think is very conducive to a reading journal, so I gotta kind of figure that out. And then in the front here, I started it as kind of like a commonplace. I tried to do a key, didn't really work out very well. And then I kind of just started, this is where it started, kind of like mostly diary journal pages. These red dots are for diary entries, and they're mostly red dots in here, so exploring the idea of a personal journal outside of my memory keeper. So I'm still toying with that idea. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I have, let's see if I can show you how many pages I have left. I have about this many pages left, which isn't much to fill out, and I have a lot of ephemera I need to insert into this notebook. Before I go into my memory keeper, I did kind of want to update you on my 2 toddler journals. I was doing them in this passport size traveler's notebook that I am also changing. I found that I don't like writing long form in this size, the passport size. Shocker, I know. I already cleared out and ripped out the pages I used in this. So this starts on page 21. I'm going to try and resell these on the Sterling Ink buy sell trade group, but we will see. Hopefully someone wants to buy this because I'm not going to use it, and I'd hate for all this paper to go to waste. So this cover is just basically holding these notebooks, basically love letters to my kids. So I have a daughter and I have a son. And this one still I need to transfer over, but I just today completed my daughter's transfer into an A5 notebook that I put this cute sticker on. And this is coming out so well. Already I am kind of, I don't know if you can tell, I'm probably like 20 or 30 pages in, maybe. But love letter to my daughter, and I just want each child to have their own notebook. This was $9 on Amazon, and it's the And Per Se brand. And I have to say, this is only $9, and I'm using fountain pen in here. And there's no feathering and no bleeding. It's a dotted notebook, and this is fantastic. Like, this is just, it's only $9, guys. Like, you can't beat that. It has a pocket in the back, has 2 bookmarks, and it actually comes with a pen loop, but the pen loop tore off of here, which doesn't bother me because I don't write in here every day. But it also has a closure, which I also found is important for me personally. I did purchase this And Per Se dotted notebook, so this is what it looks like when it comes in the mail, A5. I'm so sorry. There we go. But yeah, see, it has a pen loop, but that will, I'm sure, fall off. This one's for my son to replace this, and then I will also tear out the pages from there, just like I did here, and try and resell both of these and this cover, because I no longer need this cover. since having, this will be empty, you know. Hopefully I can sell them, but if not, I'll figure it out. And then now moving on to my memory keeper. So I recently purchased this cover from an Etsy seller called Your Mom's Kitchen. And because I was eyeballing the Paper Republic Le Trifold, of course, but it was going to be $250 for a Le Trifold in Paper Republic, and don't get me wrong, I would love to have one of those one day, but for right now, that is not in the budget. This was half the price, pretty much, give or take, and it's close enough to my favorite color. My favorite color is dark maroon, which is actually this color, and that is pretty darn close. So I'm in love. This leather, it smells so good. And she gives you charms with your notebook cover. I love it cover. Wow, look at this. You just tell her a little bit about yourself in the description, and she will add charms for you. And these are the charms she included in mine. I did also purchase my embossing with my initials. So very nice. These covers actually do come with this in the back, which I did personally request for it to be on the side. Like I said, it drives me crazy when it's back here. I prefer it to be on the spine. And also, this seller does usually put 3 elastics, which I requested to only have 2, and I'm honestly only using 1. So that is that. Brief overview. The only gripe I have with this is I wish the leather was a little bit longer. So this memory book I have in here is a Kinbor A5, and as you can see, the leather does not cover as much as I wish it did, because there is something else I would like to put in here with the book, like a pen holder that I have, but it just honestly is not enough leather to cover everything. But this leather is really nice. And this is my Kinbor A5 daily, and it's basically like a Hobonichi Cousin except without the weekly pages. So it has the dailies and the monthlies. I did previously tab the pages I can share because this is a memory keeping book for my little family. So me, my husband, and my 2 kids. And it has a lot of personal information, a lot of places that we go, and a lot of pictures that I don't want to share with the internet, really. So I did previously tab this, but this is something I got from Helen herself. She sent it to us out here in our journaling group. And in this front area, I just collect stickers, whatever kind of relates or what I feel like I want to put up here. Better Buzz Coffee is a coffee place out here in Vegas. Have multiple locations, and you know, Coffee Monsters Co stickers. This, I don't even know where my journaling friend got this from, but super cute. I got this from one of them also. We have a D-stash pile, so I don't know what comes from who. I did my best to use these monthly pages, but honestly, I tried different iterations. So I have writing out what happened that day. December, I did nothing. And then I have, January, I tried to do stickers. A sticker a day. That was kind of relevant, but most of these stickers don't even relate to anything that happened those days. So it's kind of odd. And then I tried to do a doodle a day, and that quickly went away because, I mean, March, there's nothing. April, May, I was watching a YouTube video and someone shared that she writes the dinners that they had here, and when they eat out, she puts in red. And I tried that for like a few days and it didn't work. These are movies that we watched, which I have 2 toddlers and they don't go to bed at the same time, so we hardly ever get to watch a movie. So it's like, we didn't even finish this movie, so I don't even know what happened. And then these are the other months leading into August now, which as you can tell, they are blank. It does have these pages in the front, just like a Hope Meet Your Cousin. I do use these for Coffee Monsters Co. order trackers. I write down what I ordered, how much money I spent, when it was shipped, when it arrived, the little beans, who packed my order, and the little chapter that gets sent out. So if you order in March, it's chapter 3. If you order in April, chapter 4, so on and so forth. June, I still have not received this order. I'm very excited for this. I did order a few pouches. And August, I am planning on doing an order, but I'm hopping on someone else's order for this. So I'll have to see about that. Another page I can share is this plan for a new year. I actually use this as kind of like an ink and pen log, but it tells what month I used what color. So when you go through my journal pages, I could tell like what ink color I'm using and what pen, and then I just correspond whatever mild liner with whatever color I'm using for the month. I do have a couple of pages marked here that I'm willing to share. I don't have any pictures, just to kind of show you what my typical daily pages look like. I do like a little bit of headers. I just do the thick side or the tip side of the, the chisel side of the mild liner. This is a blue mild liner, and then I outlined it with the Tombow Furunosuke hard tip marker or pen, and whatever fountain pen ink I was using. This is another month. This is the month of May. So what was that month? That month was that was the month. This is the month of March, and then this is the month of May. And as you can see, this was green. At the time, I did not have a green, oh no, just kidding. I did have a green ink at the time, but I wanted to use up the black ink from my Pilot Kakuno. When I just received it, it came with an ink, a black ink already with it, and I wanted to use it up before I refilled it with something different. But yeah, in contrast, I just did a green for the titles. And then the last one I'm willing to show is the month of July. As you can see, every daily page is kind of different and they're just unique. So this is when I received this leather cover from Your Mom's Kitchen on Etsy. Your Mom's Kitchen. And she sent these very cute rose stickers, which are absolutely gorgeous, and it's a whole sheet of them. But yeah, I use washi sometimes, but not all the time, just because it's kind of getting thick. But I did use this in November and December, so I only have August, September, and October left in this particular book, and then I will be switching on to, I believe, another Kimbor. Not fully decided yet on the size of the A5, but like if I'm doing A5 or A6, I'm not sure yet, but obviously I will try my best to let you know. I did tab this one red because I don't want to show what's on this side, but this side is fine. I do have whatever little bits of washi for kind of extras, and a kind of little washi graveyard over here, which I thought was kind of cute. So back here in the notes pages, because there are notes pages back here, just like the Hobonichi. I just use them as overflow pages for my dailies. And as you can see, the back of this page, there's only bleed through on here because this ink just bleeds through. All of the other inks from my fountain pens did not bleed on this paper. It's honestly miraculous. It's just this one ink, and this whole month that I was using this ink drove me insane. So I'm not using that ink anymore. And let's see, what ink was that? Because I want to know now that I am here. It was, sorry, I'm trying not to show any pictures. The month of June. So, month of June, it was Nature Winter Great Snow. So if you get this, don't use that ink, because that blue ink, it bleeds through, man. Bleeds through like crazy. Drove me insane. So back here, I did start another like swatch page and whatnot, but yeah. This is a schedule page, a gift list page, 21 days plan, which I never come back here. I just put stickers back here and I don't even look at them. Favorites page, there's like more than 100 favorites, I think, because there's this double page spread that I chopped, and then there's another one. So you can have a whole bunch of favorites on here, and then there's like, I don't speak Chinese, this is a Chinese planner, but Hobonichi is Japanese, and these are eye exercises, encyclopedia page, you know, just stuff that I'm not going to use, a China map, a world map. I don't know, someone might use this. And then gourmet recommended, and it's all in Chinese, and I don't speak Chinese, so 24 solar terms, and that's it. Contacts page. And I did just put the sticker back here, and that's the end of the journal. So anywho, I hope you found that somewhat interesting and entertaining, if anything. But that's pretty much everything that I am in and out of, or on a semi-regular basis. And I, again, hope you enjoyed that, and I shall talk to you guys soon, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!